Hard work demands the highest price. Auto dealers, do you sell your notes? Are you disappointed with your current lender, your price, or your service? If you need capital now, we are the answer. Use our nationwide network of lenders. Trust us with your portfolio. Expedite your cash flow. With over $120 million submitted in 2014, we'll deliver. Dealer Capital Services. Visit mydealercapital.com or call 337-451-6921 today.
Each one of us can build wealth, replace scarcity with abundance, replace average with greatness, replace uncertainty with conviction. Success is there for the taking. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and the ambitious. Grant Cardone tells you what you have to do to prosper in this new economy. He'll inform you in everything business, finance, and career related. Get ready. Find the knowledge for your success. It's all here, right now, in the Cardone Zone.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome from Miami Beach. My name's Grant Cardone. You are now in the Cardone Zone. You have made it. Congratulations, and thank you for joining me today. And thank you to Whatever It Takes Network. Whatever it takes. We're building a nation here, man. A nation of people that refuse to stop, that demand success, that will do whatever it takes and want to rise above the noise. That's what I want to talk to you about today, is rising above the noise. My number here is 305 if you want to join in. 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. I'd love to hear from you. I just left Moscow. Many of you that follow me know I was in Moscow and Paris. Am I saying it right? Paris. And, you know, I was expecting to see one thing while I was there, and I saw something completely different. Going to Russia, I expected to see really hard people. I thought maybe they'd have their little heady puffs on, whatever those are called. No love in their hearts, ironclad, hard, hate Americans. And then when I went to Paris, I expected to see dirty streets. I expected to see the stench of people that never bathe. And I expected to see people that hated Americans more than any other group of people anywhere. How do I say, merci, and what's the other word? Bonjour. Neither of which I got right. In Russian, I didn't even learn how to say hello properly. I say placebo, but it's something else completely. Maybe my wife can tell me. You know what I found in Russia and in Paris? What I found in Moscow was the people were unbelievably open. Unbelievably, it was clean. It was organized. The traffic is freaking insane crazy. There's commerce everywhere. People are in a hurry to make things happen. I spoke to almost 800 people there. They received, with a translator, they received my message in such an unbelievable way. They were so extroverted, so positive. They treated me like I was a brother or family member. When I got to Paris, look, man, if Paris is a dirty city, New York is a garbage dump. Okay? Paris is the cleanest city I have ever been to in my life. The people were unbelievably positive. I can't tell you how many times I've not gone to Paris just because people told me they hate Americans and that they would treat me terribly if I didn't speak French. I don't speak any French, man. Bonjour, merci. All I did was I spoke with my American Express card, and they seemed to understand me completely. Look, the Father, and I want to talk to you about rising above the noise. I created Whatever It Takes Network to create a place for you to come to where you can rise above the noise. If you look at USA Today, I don't know if I have that. If you look at USA Today, I just took a picture of this today. This is what it says. USA Today, unacceptable, Secret Service chief grilled on White House breaches. These are headlines. Body of missing Arkansas real estate agent found in something. Michael Phelps just arrested on a DUI charges. NFL penalty wrong for Chiefs touchdown prayer. In Hong Kong, fire chat heats up protests. FCC eliminates the NFL signed long delay security pack. Photo stuns father of murdered. These are headlines, man. I'm not exaggerating, okay? Trump tricked into retweeting a serial killer picture. What else do I have here? Body of missing Arkansas real estate agent found in a shallow grave, just so I finish that. Propaganda, rise above the noise. Do you know propaganda, where it comes from, when it comes? Why did I go to Moscow thinking one thing and saw something completely different? Why did I think Paris was just a dirty city? Because of propaganda. The father of propaganda was a man named Edward Bernays. He was born in 1891, died in March of 1995, just 20 years ago. The cat was the nephew of Sigmund Freud. Bad guy. Working with pork producers, he came up with one of the earliest known propaganda campaigns in the history of the world. If I say breakfast, what food do you think of? Bacon and eggs, right? Okay. Check this out. They couldn't sell bacon and eggs in the 20s. Couldn't sell it to anybody. So this cat comes up with a science study with doctors of how important it was for you to eat when you first woke up in the morning. How often do we hear people say, most important meal of the day? Dude, that was sold to you. That is a propaganda machine like milk. Or remember Valiums in the 50s? Valium is a good thing to take. Yeah, and it's not addictive. 60 million housewives were addicted to Valium. This cat goes out. He agreed that bacon and eggs were the best foods to eat in the first meal. He got the doctors to say that. He ran ads in newspapers, magazines, wrote in movie scripts, and on radio. The sale of pork and eggs skyrocketed. To this day, 70% of all Americans equate breakfast with bacon and eggs. You are being sold, folks, every day. You are being sold by mass media, CNBC, NBC, CNN, and that's why we created this network to give you a way to rise above the noise. Call in 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. I'm going to tell you something so startling when we come back from break. You will turn off every channel and take the Cardone Cleanse, the 7-day Cardone Cleanse, where all you watch is Whatever It Takes Network. Stay with me. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone.
Best-selling author and self-made multimillionaire entrepreneur Grant Cardone has partnered with the Hard Rock Hotel to bring you 10X Your Life at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun. Reward yourself as you play hard at this all-inclusive luxury experience, and you'll work hard participating in See Grant seminars live on November 14th and 15th. These unique seminars were created to help you learn to 10X your finances, 10X your social media, 10X your business, and 10X your life. Visit 10xseminar.com to book your 10X experience now for rates starting at $463 per night for 3 nights. Seminars, meals, and beverages are included. Stop settling. 10X your finances, reach your dreams, 10X your business, and 10X your life. Take action and go to 10xseminar.com now to book your 10X experience at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun.
First direct mail sale we had in helping us sell over 200 new Lexus in one weekend.
We have established relationships with some of the best dealerships in the nation.
When you work with Hamlin Associates, John is from the automotive business. John has a really good grasp of what it takes to make a sale successful, and John is very much worried about your return on investment.
Let us help you go to the next level.
welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone here. You can tweet me at Grant Cardone. Our number's 305-865-8668. I really appreciate you joining us every Tuesday, 1 p.m. I go live right here from Miami Beach to bring you what we call the Cardone Zone, where we talk about your business, your money, your career, what you need to do at Whatever It Takes Network to do whatever it takes to rise above the noise. Today, I challenge you to take the 7-day Cardone Cleanse. That's right, the cleanse, the 7-day. Only thing you listen to for the next 7 days. I guarantee it's going to be so hard, it's going to be impossible. Listen to Whatever It Takes Network, okay? We'll bring you business ideas, radio. I'm dropping in 14 more experts. We'll have 19 shows by mid-October to bring you solutions for what you need to do, from real estate to return on investment. Look, I'm talking about propaganda today. I just got back from Moscow and Paris, and I'm aware now how I was so propagandized against those countries not to ever visit. In fact, my wife, Adelena Cardone, said to me, God, I can't believe how beautiful Paris is, and I can't believe how nice the people are. They must have done this as a propaganda campaign to keep people from visiting. That's how different the reality of Paris was from the reality of the propaganda we were sold. This is propaganda. Probably every conflict is fought on two grounds: the battlefield and the minds of the people via propaganda. The good guys and the bad guys can often both be guilty of misleading their people with distortions, exaggerations, subjectivity, inaccuracy, even fabrications in order to receive support and a sense of legitimacy. I suggest to you folks that you have been lied to and are lied to more often than not. Who said this? The size of the lie is a definite factor. In fact, I'll give my new Seller Be Sold quick read, which is basically a quick read of my best-selling book, Seller Be Sold, but it pops up in video and gives you the sharp points. I'll give the first person that can tell me this. Who said this? The size of the lie is a definite factor in causing it to be believed, for the vast masses of a nation are in the depths of their hearts more easily deceived than they are consciously bad. Now listen to this. The primitive simplicity of their minds, their minds renders them a more easy prey to a big lie than to a small lie. For they themselves often tell little lies, but would be ashamed to tell big lies. Who said that? Tell me who said that, and I'll give you a reader. You basically open this up, okay, and I give you the quick read on 17 chapters of Seller Be Sold, and you can use a QR reader with your phone, and I'll pop up in video and tell you what I said in that chapter. Tell me who said that. I'll get the first person to write that tweets into that, hashtag whatever it takes. Why does propaganda work? Why do lies work on smart people? Here's why. People wish to believe the best about themselves and their country. I mean, if you're in the USA, you think what? We're the wealthiest country, we're the nicest country, we're the best country. We're not terrorists here. No. You got to be in Iran, Iraq, you got to be ISIS to be a terrorist, right? But what do they think? See, they have a different propaganda being shoved down their throats. 2, fear-mongering, especially about the threat of cherished values, allows propaganda to exist. Presenting fears and claims that appear logical and factual, so they'll support it with a lot of facts. 4, media management and public relations is very professional. You know, you tend to trust people that are very professional, that don't curse like I do. Number 5, managing thoughts by narrowing ranges of debate, thus minimizing, does this sound like politics? Thus minimizing widely discussed thoughts that deviate from the main agendas. Let's see if anybody tell me who this is. Igor Borbalin is watching right now from Moscow. Dude, your city was unbelievable. Your people are great. All propaganda must be so popular and on such an intellectual level that even the most stupid of those towards whom it is directed will understand the propaganda. Paris is a dirty city. Not true. Paris is a very clean city. Okay? The people in Paris don't bathe. Not true. I actually saw bathtubs. I had 2 bathtubs I actually saw people taking showers after they worked out. Folks, you're being lied to every day, okay? I tell my daughter this morning wakes up, she says, we haven't been home for a week. She's like, Papa, I want a jet. I said, baby, we're going to get on a plane in about a week. She's like, no, I want our own jet. And then she said to me, don't be negative. You can do it, Papa. See, she hasn't been influenced yet. Let's take Chris from San Diego. Chris, how you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
Good, Chris. What do you think, man? What when I say breakfast, what food do you think of?
Definitely bacon and eggs, like you were talking about.
Is that crazy, dude? Look, you know, in the 1920s, they couldn't sell bacon and eggs to people. People had piece of bread and fruit for breakfast. Now we believe that you must eat a meal, a breakfast, and it should have some protein in it, right?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I have bacon and eggs for any other meal, I'm thinking I'm having breakfast for lunch, breakfast for dinner.
That's right. Hey, do you have a question?
Question, yeah. As far as I mean, it's completely off topic, but more real estate concern.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more into real estate. What would you recommend as far as like long-term holds? Would you go fourplexes, eightplexes, duplexes, single-family homes?
I wouldn't touch a single-family home with your money.
Okay.
And I would only buy I wouldn't look at anything under maybe a fourplex or an eightplex. I want numbers of units. So I want the mass of some units, and I would not look at office buildings. I would only look at one real estate, multifamily, probably 8 units at a minimum in your town. If you're in San Diego, it's very expensive there, but I'm going to tell you, San Diego, you could buy San Diego today, multifamily apartments in San Diego at any price, and I promise you, if you can hold it for 10 years, you're going to make you'll probably double your money or better.
All right. Perfect.
I want income-producing property that's going to kick off at least 6 to 8% positive cash flow from day one without you investing any money in it other than what it took to buy the property. You know, but if you look at real estate, the first thing you're going to have your friends tell you about real estate, oh, my God, there's going to be so many problems. This is just propaganda that's been sold to people. Oh, you got to have a big management team. It's propaganda. These are lies being propelled onto you, folks, to keep you small and little. The Cardone Zone, this show is created to get you above that. This entire network, Whatever It Takes network, is for people that want to rise above the noise so that you can have the life you want. If you're being influenced by propaganda, then how can you possibly expand? Okay, we got the right answer already, by the way. I'm going to read this to you again. I'm going to read this. What an expert said about propaganda. Okay, let me just read this again. The size of the lie is a definite factor in causing the lie to be believed. For the vast masses of a nation are in the depths of their hearts more easily deceived than they are consciously bad. Adolf Hitler said that. I'm going to come back from break and tell you more of what he said and who won the prize.
For over 30 years, international interior designer Stephen G is a world-renowned master of contemporary and traditional high-end design.
To me, lifestyle and comfort is what a great design project is all about.
Interiors by Stephen G has galleries in Florida and New York. With staff fluent in 7 different languages, Interiors by Stephen G offers a full-service experience from construction to completion. Visit Interiors by Stephen G at Facebook or his website, interiorsbystephenG.com. That's interiorsbystephenG.com to get started on bringing your design fantasies to a level beyond your dreams. Visit interiorsbystephenG.com today.
Are you tired of missing sales? Come on, be honest. Are you getting all there is in the marketplace? Take an honest look in your mind's eye at your sales team right now. Are they doing everything they can to make that extra sale? If you're tired of watching your salespeople be tongue-tied, not follow up, not know their product, not know what to say at that critical moment, welcome to tiredofmissingsales.com. My name's Grant Cardone. I know your frustrations. Look, whether your people sell over the phone or in person, whether you sell a tangible or an intangible, I can increase the sales of any company by at least 15% guaranteed. Go to tiredofmissingsales.com and I'll show you the top 3 reasons your salespeople don't make those extra sales. Go to tiredofmissingsales.com.
Hi, my name is Evan Forrester, and I'm here with David Thomas, and we're the co-hosts of Job Talk. It's the only show in America where work and life really collide.
Everyone has to live somewhere, and everyone has to invest their money someplace. Hello, real estate. My name's Elise Klink, and let's make you some big money.
Hey, welcome back. Grant Cardone here. You're in the Cardone Zone. All propaganda must be so popular and on such an intellectual level that even the most stupid of those towards whom it is directed will understand it. Through clever and constant application of propaganda, people can be made to see paradise as hell, and also the other way around to consider the most wretched sort of life a paradise. Adolf Hitler said that, okay? Propaganda machine. Folks, you're being lied to every day. Every day of your life, you're being lied to by mass media. I'm asking you to do this. Rise above the noise. Rise above the noise. Number two, if it doesn't add to your business, your life, your strategies, if it doesn't add to your life, your business, or your strategies, don't do it. Number three, say no to all negativity. It's not enough just to cut off your TV. It's not enough to quit listening to radio. You must say no to all negativity. Do we have my big poster? Can somebody grab my negativity poster? And number four, I challenge you to take the Cardone Cleanse by joining Whatever It Takes Network. Subscribe here. I'm dropping 19 shows. We're talking to Jeff Gittimer today. I think he's going to say yes to me. Elise Glink, Hank Norman, Chris Brogan, Robin Crane, Katrina Campins, Rachel Bellow, Suzanne Mutchin doing the big payoff, Henry Reinhardt, the front man, David Thomas and Evan Forrester. I think you saw an ad from them on Job Talk. Patrice Washington, Karen Rockin is doing the Purpose Girl, and Terry Teresco is doing the Brand Whisperer. Whatever It Takes Network is for you to rise above the noise, the propaganda, the lies. You eat bacon and eggs because it was sold to you to eat bacon and eggs. Donnie from Fort Worth, Texas. Donnie, how you doing?
Good, Grant.
Good.
Hey, I got a question.
Donnie, let me ask you a question first, okay? Do you think the media lies to the public?
The media does lie to the public. I think so.
Yeah. Do you think it influences people and keeps them down, holds them down from doing well in life?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. There's no question about it. I mean, you bringing up everything that they can. There's never positivity in the news and the media, whatever. It's always negative. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do?
Right now, I'm doing deliveries and sales for a automotive company.
Oh, awesome, man. What's your question?
All right, my question is, should I stick with what I'm doing? Because 90% of the time I'm delivering, driving, or should I go to – my background is working in parts departments and dealerships, and that's where I'm good at, but I don't have any focus right there. It's hard to get back into it. I had to take a job in order to survive, but I really want to go back into it on the service side and try to build a customer rapport with people. So I'm trying to do that right now, and that's where I'm at. I don't know if I should or should not do or stick with what I'm doing. I'm still making some sales, but it's not focused.
But, dude, look, the first thing you got to do is get out of the maybe, okay? You got to get out of the maybe. You got to get out of the middle. Get out of the maybe, okay? You're pissing on today. You got one foot in tomorrow, 1 foot in yesterday, and you're pissing on today. Like, make a decision one way or the other. The maybe is the action that is most dangerous to you, and there's probably something going on in your head, or your friends are telling you, or the spouse or the kids or mom, dad, somebody telling you not to make a move. But you got to make a move in one direction or the other. Either stay where you're at and do it 100% and freaking make it work and make it big, or move on. Close that door and move into something where you're going to give it 100%, because the half effort is going to kill you. You know, the maybe is going to destroy you. So I hope that helps. But I would find out who is on your lines that's giving you some negative idea that you need to stay where you're at, okay? This old idea that, you got to stay where you're at. You can't make –
right.
Say again?
I said it's all in my head. It's nobody else. It's just me doing the decision-making, so nobody's in my head.
Yeah, well, trust me, man. If you're not making quick decisions to move forward, there is somebody is influencing you more than you think. You're bombarded. All of us are bombarded with particles of information every day saying, don't move, don't make a move, don't make a risk, don't take the challenge. You could go upside down. Look, the only people doing well are the ones taking a risk. It's actually no risk to take the risk. Let's talk to Tom from Youngstown, Ohio. Tom, how you doing?
Good, Grant. What's happening?
Is this Tom Ricciuti? How do you pronounce your last name, Tom?
Ricciuti.
Ricciuti. He is the man. Tom is the man on Twitter that picked Hitler. How'd you know that?
I don't know. I just knew it. I must have read it somewhere at some point, and you hit the button, and I thought, well, here we go.
Dude, you got so look, what I'm going to give you, I'm going to get you this book, okay? Sell or Be Sold. It's called The Quick Read because you just go into it. I don't know if did you read the book?
Oh, I've read everything you've ever written.
Okay, well, the book was rated last year 2013's best-selling sales book, business book, and this is a takeaway book. Basically, it's a quick read with video QR code. You just hit it with your phone, and I'm going to pop up in video and tell you what I said in that chapter. It's great for people that hate to read, and I know a lot of them. Tom, do you have a question? Congratulations, by the way, but do you have a question?
I didn't have a question prepared, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you that since I met you in Indianapolis at a seminar, you and Coach Burt have single-handedly inspired me to write a book that's going to be out in March, and it's something I've wanted to do my entire life, and it's you guys that got me to that point. So I want to thank you for that.
What's the name of the book going to be? I mean, what's your working title?
Quicksand.
Oh, good. Quicksand. So I got a quick read for a man that's writing quicksand, okay? Tom, congratulations, buddy. I appreciate you calling in.
Hey, thanks, Grant.
Folks, we're talking about propaganda today, okay? I challenge you to rise above the noise. Make this network for the next 7 days. Just hashtag Cardone Cleanse. Hashtag Cardone Cleanse, and I'll get you some followers. Or you can hashtag 7-Day Challenge. I think I like that better, the 7-Day Challenge. It's a little long, huh? 7-Day Challenge or the Cardone Cleanse, or both will get my attention for sure. I'm asking you, I'm begging you, for your family's sake, for your business's sake, for the sake of your dreams, rise above the noise. The steps I want you to take are these. Number one, I want you to refuse to listen to anything that doesn't add to the value of your life. Just simply ask, does this add to the value of my life? Me and my wife did this recently. I'd get in an argument about, you didn't have the plans for this. She's like, does this add to the value of our life in any way, shape, or form? Well, yeah, it would have if you'd have done it. Does it add to the value of our life now that we're here? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. If it doesn't add to the value of life, don't do it. Number three, say no to all negativity. All negativity. Anything negative in your life, not just when it's convenient, say no to all negativity, which would probably be every media company, every traditional media company known to mankind, because every cable and network out there today is being funded by some company that's telling you you're sick. It's impossible to watch TV today where it goes to break. I mean, we do advertising here, okay? But the reality is when you go to a break on CNN, CNBC, any of the big players, ABC, CBS, NBC, you know them, they're going to go to a break, and one of three ads are going to suggest to you that you're either sick, should be sick, might get sick, or should do something to prevent you from getting sick. That is the kind of propaganda. How about this? The common cold. Common? Any of you got the cold today? It ain't that common over here. It's the not common cold. It's bullshit. It's propaganda, dude. Did I just cuss? I did. Oh, you can't do that. Okay? How about this? If you do too much of that, you're going to grow hair in your hand. Oh, you guys know. She don't know, but you guys know, okay? See, that's propaganda. I know for sure that's propaganda because there ain't no hair in my hand. Okay, you feeling me? My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone. Hashtag 7-Day Challenge if you're up for it. Folks, rise above the noise. A cat named Edward Bernays in 1891. He was the nephew of bad boy Sigmund Freud. Bad guy. Said mommy and daddy are the cause of all your problems. Sigmund Freud was a major propaganda machine, okay? He convinced the world through TV, radio, magazines, newspaper, and movies that you should eat bacon and eggs. And 70% of America today eats bacon and eggs because you were sold on that. I was sold that Paris was a dirty city. And I got to tell you, it's the cleanest city I've ever been to. The people are unbelievable. Sigmund Freud started this. I think he influenced Mr. Adolf Hitler. He says the primitive simplicity, this is what Adolf Hitler said, the primitive simplicity of a person's mind renders them an easy prey to a big lie more than to a small lie. The bigger the lie, the more you're likely to believe it. How about Calvin from Toledo, Ohio? Calvin, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Yourself?
Dude, great to have you on the show. Appreciate you calling in. How often do you follow the show?
A lot. I download all your videos. I actually interrupted you and Mrs. Elaine Cardone the other day. The Rock was on the back of the billboard there, and I called you up. I didn't know what was going on with the show about a job and to do a 60-second video. So that was what my question was. Did you get my 3 60-second videos?
Well, Calvin, what's your last name, Calvin?
Blackmore.
Where did you send it?
Sent it yesterday.
No, I didn't get it because
Yesterday or the day
I was
before.
on a plane coming back from Paris yesterday, so I didn't get it.
Man, see, that's what I'm talking about. I want to be sitting right next to you.
I didn't get it yet, man. Why you? If you want to be, let me ask you something. If you want to be sitting right next to me, why are you calling from Toledo?
Well, financial problems, I guess you could say.
That's a lie.
How's that a lie?
Because I don't believe it. What if your financial you're broke either way, bro?
Yeah, I know.
So
that's why I follow you, man. You're talking about rise above the noise.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now is rising above the noise.
And-
I am coming at you loud and clear.
I love it, baby. You are loud and clear too. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm cutting through the simplicity of the lie that money is the reason you're not doing something, okay? Money is not the reason. All you got to do is start doing it, bro. You got to figure out, hey, if the payoff is big enough, if you knew you'd moved, if you fly down to Miami, if you had to bar, steal, beg, whatever you had to do, cut somebody's head off to get to Miami, and that's what it took to come down here to make $100,000 a year, would you do it?
Yeah.
What you doing in Toledo, bro? Because somebody, how long have you lived in Toledo?
The whole life.
How far do you live from your mom and your dad?
I don't know, about 5 miles.
Propaganda machine in America. Stay close to mommy and daddy. When's the last time you sucked your mama's tit?
Well, it was probably when I was like two years old. Maybe.
Time to leave, baby. Time to leave, my man. It's not dangerous out there. It's dangerous to stay, bro.
Hey, I was traveling around the country doing sales.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Job city to state selling automobiles.
Yeah.
They call us the sharks or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, you were doing event sales, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And that was probably the best time of my life. I got to visit everywhere. I was down in Miami, Florida. I was down in Fort Leonard, Beaufort, South Carolina.
Dude, that's
Minnesota.
good. Dude, get back to that. Get back to taking some risk in your life. Rise above the noise. Look at whatever's keeping you from doing what the things you need to do. Most people will not travel outside 10 miles of where they were raised, and therefore don't get the things they deserve. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Every week I come here to talk to you about your money, your business, your finances, your future, your dreams. Look, it's time to rise above the noise. Number one, I want you to do this. Rise above the noise. Make a decision to say, dude, I'm done with the noise. I'm done with mommy, daddy, brother, sister, spouses, kids. I'm done with all the excuses. I don't have time. I don't have money. I hear it every week here, the same things over and over again that are holding people back. And I totally understand it. Look, I was brought up in the noise of the middle class. The noise of the middle class is basically save your way to prosperity. Folks, it's a lie. The middle class is a propaganda machine perpetuated by the American government, Democrats and Republicans, to make you not do what they're doing in China today, which is assaulting the streets. Look, use every mechanism possible right now to rise above the noise. Number two, if it doesn't add to the value of your life, your dreams, your career, don't do it. Whatever that thing is that's causing you not to have the life you want, quit doing it today, just for today. Number three, say no to all negativity. I don't care who it's coming from. If they're being negative, tell them to shut it down or go away. And the last thing is I challenge you to take the Cardone Cleanse. to do the 7-day challenge. Hashtag 7-day challenge on Twitter, and I'll check you out, okay? Renee Voda, hey Renee, on Twitter just said, I feel you, laughing at your unbridled boldness. Tim Goodwin, rise above the noise. Ask if what you're watching, reading, and hearing adds value to your life. He's taking the 7-day challenge. Don Bassett's followed me. Robert Lopez says, if you're not making swift, quick decisions, you're being influenced by some sort of noise. Chris Lee says, thanks for the good time on the Cardone Zone. Time to buy more real estate. If you hit me on Twitter, I guarantee you I will see what you're tweeting. I'll talk to you. Natasha Brooks says, Calvin from Toledo, you can get out. I did. David Gage says, David Gage, I did, and it was awesome. You always do, GC, and fantastic. Igor from Moscow just told me how I have my cappuccinos, which is 4 shots in a venti cup with foam to the top. Let's talk to Austin from Athens. Austin, how you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Cardone?
My man, how you doing?
Excellent. I had a question for you. You know, I might have saved it till Thursday with Young Hustlers, but I was listening to your episode about rising above the noise. And
yeah,
it does apply.
Yes.
So,
what'd you have for breakfast, man? What'd you have for breakfast?
What did I have for breakfast? Well, I had eggs. Didn't have bacon with it, but I had eggs. So maybe that was some propaganda too.
All right.
So I'm here at the University of Georgia. I've got a full scholarship here. I'm pursuing a biochem degree.
Okay.
But problem is, I've always been good at it. But you know, the last year and a half, I've realized I've done internships and I've seen just a lot of the people who have, you know, pursued this career. They're not happy people, a lot of them.
Yeah. You mean biotech? They're not happy in biotech?
No, the plan was always to become a dentist, you know, and that, I guess that,
a dentist?
That was always what yes, sir. That was what my mom always wanted me to do. And I guess that's a typical, you know, middle class dream to pursue.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know any dentists, man. Are dentists fun people?
Are they what?
Dentists. They fun people?
You know, they got one of the highest suicide rates in professions in America.
Well, I guess that kind of answers the question right there. You know, you bring up a good point, dude. When I look at people that give advice or professions or like accountants, I got a degree in accounting. I looked around, I looked at all the accountants. I knew they weren't happy. I'm like, why would I want to do something that doesn't make me happy? You know, I don't want to just be rich. I don't want to just have money. I want to have money and happy. I want to do what I want. Okay. I know people that make more money than I do, and I guarantee you, if they got really honest, they'd be like, Grant, I'd trade positions with you in a second. Because they're not even happy at the job they're making, and they're making freaking boatloads, truckloads of money, but they're not happy. But go ahead with your question.
Well, my question is, you know, getting involved with everything that you've put out from your literature to your shows and, you know, the different mentors that are kind of like you. I've really become interested in how money works and how real estate works. I don't have a background in it, nor do I have, you know, friends of the family.
I don't have a background in it either.
Yes, sir. But my question is, you know, the last caller before last talked about saying no to the maybe. Right now I'm in my second year, and it'd be, you know, a safe bet to continue to pursue this track so that I know I can go, you know, to dental school, you know, keep good grades, and in the meantime, try to figure out this real estate and sales thing.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a cop-out move where I should instead, you know, pursue the business college here and go all in trying to, you know, figure out...
How many years you got left, man?
2 years on this track. If I change majors...
Yeah. So let's just fast forward the deal. You graduated. You graduated today at 6 o'clock. You go in there and get your hat and you get your piece of paper. What you going to do tomorrow, man?
I'm going to do tomorrow. If I graduate, then I assume I've taken my DATs. And
you did all that. You did all that. All that stuff you just said. You just did it. Because, I mean, even college has been a propagandized, complete brainwashing of America. Go to college.
Yes, sir.
Look, there's more college debt in this country than there is credit card debt. So it was mommy and daddy, you got to go to college. My mom and dad, you got to go to college. My dad died when I was 10. My mom said, you got to go to college. And she said that for the next 11 years. Okay. I didn't want to go to college. There was no reason for me to go to college. Look, if you don't like college and you don't want to go to college and you're not going to pursue some big like heart surgeon, brain surgeon, biochemistry, petroleum engineer, you're not going to do some big job where you have to have a college degree. Dude, I'm telling you, do not. Am I being clear? Don't go to college.
Yes.
Go out into the economy and collect money. Okay, I was in Paris. I was in Paris. I was staying at a very nice hotel in the mid part of Paris. I don't know if those people went to college or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about their education. Nobody's checking with anybody at the bar about your education. They're like, hey, what room are you staying in? Okay, good. We're going to send the bill to your room. No, nobody knows. Nobody here that works in my company, I don't know about anybody's education. Are you guys educated? Don't know, don't care. What can you do for me right now, right here, today? And what do you want to do? How do you want to make a living? Dude, I've bought hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate. That's my biggest business. Nobody's ever asked me about my degree. We created a network here, Whatever It Takes Network. Nobody asked me about my degree. I did a TV show for National Geographic. Nobody asked me about my degree. I bought my first house. Nobody asked me about my degree. It's crazy. It's propaganda. So I don't know if that answers your question, dude. You just got to be clear about what you want to do and then go be great at it, because nothing else is worth doing. If you're not going to do it great, don't bother doing it all. I remember my show with Hector Lamarck here on Power Players at Whatever It Takes Network. And Hector said, look, if you're not going to be great, don't do it. Folks, my name's Grant Cardone. This is the Cardone Zone, brought to you by Whatever It Takes Network. Every Tuesday I come to you to talk about your business, your finances, your career. I come here and I challenge you, as we do at this network. We're going to have 19 shows here. 19 shows by mid-October. We're looking for another 10 experts to drop in here. Anything on business, real estate, finances, investing, anything to do with blowing your business up, social media, LinkedIn, Google. We're talking to LinkedIn, Google, Salesforce right now. We're talking to the people at Infusionsoft and saying, hey, who do you have? A celebrity you have on your staff, somebody that can do a show like this and deliver great content, because CNBC, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, CBS, they're not going to cover this. I want to cover here things at Whatever It Takes Network. We want to cover things that will help you in your business, help you in your career. I'm so grateful for those of you who follow the show every Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'll be doing a show with Elena Cardone, my wife. We'll be talking about Paris and Moscow, our trip, what we learned. Thursdays, I'm with Jared Glant. And by mid-October, you'll have another 12 experts, another 7 by the end of the month, hopefully another 35 by November. 10X Seminar is in Cancun on November 13th and 16th to the 16th. If you're going to be booking your trip, 10X Seminar, I'm staying at the Hard Rock. I'm bringing my wife, my family. It's only $463. That includes food. All you can drink. Trust me, they will give you more alcohol there than you should drink. And the seminars are included. If you're going to book that, book it now, 10xseminar.com, and we'll show you how to 10x your life. I'll be with Steve Harvey in Indianapolis on October the 17th. This just came out. Quick read. Seller Be Sold. I think it's $29. Video book. It's a video book. Freaking awesome. My staff taught me into doing that. The quote book, the 10X quote book, is out when? Another month, but you might want to pre-order it. We'll blow through all those. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. If you have any questions about the show today, put them in comments. I'll actually look at the comments here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Whatever It Takes, the reality show, the series, is going to be dropped there mid-October to late October. Whatever It Takes, the reality show. And you will have to subscribe to get that. Also, the Power Players on this network, that's every Friday. You need to subscribe to get to that. Thanks for joining the show today. Rise above the noise. My last comments, rise above the noise. Make a decision to rise above the noise. If it doesn't add to your life, don't do it. Say no to all negativity and take the 7-day challenge. The 7-day challenge, all your content. Everything you want to know about the news or read an article comes from whateverittakesnetwork.com for the next 7 days. I dare you to take the challenge. Thank you. God bless. And remember, you got to be great, folks, because nothing else pays.
New York Times bestselling author and self-made multimillionaire entrepreneur Grant Cardone has partnered with the Hard Rock Hotel to bring you 10X Your Life at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun. Reward yourself as you play hard at this all-inclusive luxury experience, and you'll work hard participating in Grant seminars live on November 14th and 15th. These unique seminars were created to help you learn to 10x your finances, 10x your social media, 10x your business, and 10x your life. Visit 10xseminar.com to book your 10x experience now for rates starting at $463 per night for 3 nights. Seminars, meals, and beverages are included. Stop settling. 10x your finances, reach your dreams, 10x your business, and 10x your life. Take action and go to 10xseminar.com now to book your 10x experience at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun.